the Madman!
Welcome to more cards from Madness, the Darkmoon Faire, and we begin with a very exciting one. A much awaited hero, High Exarch Yoral. Paladin 8 mana 7/5 legendary. Battlecry if your deck has no neutral cards. Gain Rush, Lifesteal, Taunt, and Divine Shield. Wow. There isn't actually much to say about this card other than, yes, if you're playing pure Paladin, you should run her. Okay, maybe there's a little bit more. How much better does putting High Exarch Yoral make pure Paladin is the right question to ask. And right now, pure Paladin is actually tier 1. It's kind of a little bit less good than Broom Paladin if you're talking legend ranks. Will this card single-handedly make it better than Broom Paladin? Well, we have to look at all the other cards, of course, but distinctly maybe. Notably, this card is the same exact stats as Shrivala. Shrivala, though, was a 25 mana card. And would you be happy to play Shrivala at 8 mana? Yes, you would. Yes, you would. This has Taunt in addition. Great card for pure Paladin, especially if the meta is a little aggro. You've got Balloon Merchant, 4 mana 3/5 for Paladin. Battlecry, give your Silver Hand recruits +1 attack and Divine Shield. Seems a little bit out of place because we haven't seen Silver Hand stuff in quite some time. But there is one other card that has been revealed so far, Day at the Fair, and I do believe that if you intend to combo with Balloon Merchant, you probably corrupt Day at the Fair first, because you're trying to play it as a 7 mana combo. Therefore, Day at the Fair Balloon Merchant is 4 mana 3/5 and 5/2/1s with Divine Shield. That's a pretty good combination. The question is that good enough to fit into a package? I think with just the two of those, probably not. But with more stuff, perhaps. Next up, at Mage, we have a Mage Secret, 3 mana rigged fair game. Secret, if you didn't take any damage during your opponent's turn, draw 3 cards. Let's compare this with a Paladin 2 mana side quest. Sanctuary, red, if you didn't take any damage during your opponent's turn, summon a 3/6 with Taunt. A 3/6 with Taunt, maybe it's worth 4 mana. So supposing it's worth 4 mana, that means your side quest provides a value of +2 mana if it works. The problem is it often wouldn't work, and that came out a turn earlier where it's harder to get a minion to stick. The rigged fair game comes a turn later, drawing 3 cards, perhaps worth 5 mana, and that's also a +2 mana savings. However, you can only play this starting turn 3, and by then your opponent should have some way to continuously damage you. This is a secret, so they don't necessarily know what it is, but when something becomes popular enough, you'll start to know that the game is rigged. But perhaps rigged fair game saving grace is perhaps you want a secret that doesn't necessarily activate. And if it does activate, you're pretty happy. 3 mana, draw 3. Occult Conjurer, 4 mana 4/4. Battlecry, if you control a secret, summon a copy of this. This is 4 mana for 2 4/4s. It's an 8/8 for 4. Wow. This is a pretty big payoff for secrets. Mage now has a substantial amount of secret synergy. This is the final set of the year, so this is where it all comes together, perhaps. I mean, you might be surprised by a few of these cards and that they exist, because I was surprised by quite a number of them. At 2 mana, you have Apexis Smuggler and you have Arcane Flak Mage. On 3 mana, you have your good old Kirin Tor Mage, plus, the secrets cost 3 mana. On 4 mana, you have Occult Conjurer, and on 5 mana, you have Cloud Prince. You even have Ring Toss, which might look a little bit better now. Oh, and you can also set up secrets with Ancient Mysteries, which is perhaps especially good because you can just play the secret on the turn that you play Occult Conjurer. Is there finally a critical mass of secrets to play? We'll have to see. Rogue gets a nice value card, 6 mana 5/7 legendary, Grand Empress Shek'Zara. Battlecry, discover a card in your deck and draw all copies of it. And I did the math on this. I believe you have about a 90% chance of discovering a card in your deck and drawing all copies of it. I believe when you're offered the discover, you'll get the duplicate at least 9 out of 10 times if you build your deck with mostly duplicates. Now, that's not always going to be the best pick because sometimes the singleton pick is what you need, and sometimes you're not going to draw this on turn 6 and or want to play on turn 6, in which case, your chances of getting a duplicate go down a lot. I'm going to value this Battlecry at draw approximately 1.5 cards. And that's pretty good. That's a 6 mana 5/7 to draw 1.5 cards. Big ol' whelp looks pretty good. That's a 5 mana 5/5 draw 1 card. It fits in a value rogue deck. Will value rogue see play? Wow. What's worth mentioning is Grand Empress Shek'Zara does have synergy with Ticketmaster. With Ticketmaster, you shuffle 3 tickets into your deck. Because there are 3 tickets, I believe that means you have a greater chance of discovering the ticket. Maybe there's more synergy out here. Seems like a good idea. Finally, we have Tent Trasher. Warrior 5 mana 5/5 dragon with rush, costs 1 less for each friendly minion with a unique minion type. I was thinking, at what point would I want to play this card? And it's around 4 mana. Militia Commander was a 4 mana 2/5 with rush, which got +3 attack as a battle cry. Therefore, one would say that a 4 mana 5/5 rush might be pretty good. Now, granted, Militia Commander might have only been run because there was the good old Town Crier, which fetched rush cards from your deck. So you're comparing a little bit, off. But 4 mana 5/5 is a good baseline on what might make for a good card. One of the quick combos that I thought about is you play turn 2 Vile Fiend, it's dormant until turn 4, and then when it wakes up, you guaranteed get to play Tent Trasher at 4 mana. 4 mana 5/5 rush alongside your 3/5 rush that wakes up. That could be a common play. Perhaps this fits into some sort of mid-range warrior deck. Also, by the way, this synergizes well with my revealed card, ETC God of Metal, so therefore you should totally run it. So some more really cool cards shown at Madness at the Darkmoon Faire. A lot of these get your mind thinking in how can I put these cards in my deck? How can I build a deck around these cards as opposed to, wow, this is just really powerful, of course I'm going to put it in my deck, which I like. Stay tuned for more Madness at the Darkmoon Faire.